Okay, hello. I just got out of the shower, and that's probably why my hair is so messed up. So I decided to do a tip video. So here are my top 5 tips for weight loss. My first tip is to be active. I chose to stay active instead of exercise because I feel like duties in life and chores in school and work and all those things, get in the way of you being able to take time off from your family and go to the gym for an hour or go to Zumba for an hour. I mean, that's okay to set time away like that a couple times a week, but we all know on a daily basis that's really not possible. So I chose to say be active, and that means, anytime you can do something that is active, whether it be cleaning or walking your dog or playing Wii Fit with your kids or Xbox Connect with your kids or playing wiffle ball in the backyard, you know, if you're waiting on dinner and you have nothing to do with dinner, doing leg lifts, doing a little bit of yoga stretching, doing a little bit of tricep workouts, anything you can do to be active in the time that you're given during the day. Instead of sitting down or taking a break, be active, give your body what it wants, and that is activity. It needs to work out. It needs to work up a sweat and work out some cardio. So anything you can do to, get your heart rate up, do it. Doesn't always have to be going to the gym and, running on the treadmill. You can do it right at your house and be active with your family. My second tip is to stay away from non-nutritional food or food that doesn't have any nutritional value. I also think it's important that you stay away from foods that has nutritional value, but the bad of the food outweighs the good. Like a chicken tender, for instance, it's good protein, but it's breaded in carbs that have no nutritional value and fried in fat. So you want to stay away from that. Sugary cereals is another one you should stay away from. They probably have a lot of vitamins and minerals and fiber and, omegas, and they add a bunch of good stuff for you, but it's coated in so much sugar per serving that you probably just want to stay away from it. Um, Olive oil is one that is really high in calories but is amazing for you. So instead of eating the butter that's not so good for you, let's go for olive oil instead. My third tip is to drink water, lots of water, only water, only water. I have a tip that every time you go tinkle tinkle, you drink water instead. Well, not instead, but you know what I mean. You go tinkle and then you drink water. Okay. A habit. Um, no diet soda, no juice, no milk, no anything like that as a drink. Like you can drink milk if you're doing it for the protein and the calcium, but don't do it if you're thirsty. Just drink water if you're thirsty, and if you're not thirsty, just drink water all day, nothing else. I do drink 2 cups of coffee a day, and I've limited myself to 2 cups of coffee. Um, you might find it hard. I used to drink 2 pots a day, so that's a step up for me. But really, it has made a huge difference in my weight loss, only drinking water and not filling my body with chemicals and artificial things and just drinking the good old fashioned water out of the faucet. My fourth tip is to portion control. My idea of a portion is, eating until I'm full. Um, the portion that I could eat to be healthy and to be content is probably about 1,000 calories different than what I could eat to feel full and hungry. So I think it's important to portion your food. If you have to pre-portion your food, do that. Sometimes you make a meal for your family and you basically all make a plate and there's still some left in the kitchen, and after you're done eating you go get more. If you have to plate up all your food for everybody and then box it up and put it in the fridge, do it. Anything you have to do to keep your portions to a size that is healthy. There's a saying that says know when you're full, but I don't think anyone should ever be full. I think you should be content, and I think you should feel healthy and not hungry. Just not hungry, not full. When I eat something, I think to myself, am I not hungry? And then I will stop. And, it's really worked for me with that thought process, and I'm healthy. My fifth tip kind of goes along with that, and that is being okay with the feeling of hunger. It's not a switch we can turn off, you know, it's not a pill we can take. Sometimes we're just going to have to deal with being hungry, especially people who deal with food addictions and eating disorders. It's really hard to just ignore the fact that you're hungry and you feel hungry. I feel hungry so much, and I've learned to just kind of put it out of my head or do something else instead. And by replacing the feeling of being hungry with doing something instead has made me aware that I am hungry a lot, and that's not normal when I eat enough to be content. So it's done two things. One, it's controlled my eating, and it's brought attention to something that I really wasn't aware of, that I was always thinking about food. So just, you're going to have to learn to be okay being hungry and feeling that way. And it's hard. You know, bad habits are hard to break when you're used to eating your whole life and eating when you're hungry or you feel hungry, and then all of a sudden you're trying to break this bad habit. It's really, really, really hard. So just really try to work with, you know, being okay with being hungry, even if it's one day of taking those feelings and not acting on them. You know, that's a great, 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 huge step in the right direction. My hair is starting to dry now, and you can tell I have naturally curly hair. Anyways, my boyfriend, he works at a place where he has members, and one of his members passed away. He was an old man, so it's not like a young guy, and he has to clean out their lockers. So he cleaned out their lockers, and he found this poem, and I'm going to read it to you because it made me kind of happy, kind of sad. So here it goes. Just a line to say I'm living, that I'm not among the dead, though I'm getting more forgetful and more mixed up in the head. For sometimes I can't remember when I stand at the foot of the stairs if I must go up for something or I've come down from there. And before the refrigerator, so often my poor mind is filled with doubt. Have I just put food away, or have I come to take some out? And there's times when it is dark with my nightcap on my head. I don't know if I'm retiring or just getting out of bed. So if it's my turn to write you, there's no need in getting sore. I may think that I have written and don't want to be a bore. So remember that I do love you and wish that you were here, but now it's nearly mail time, so I must say goodbye, my dear. There I stand beside the mailbox with a face so very red. Instead of mailing you my letter, I have opened it instead. And it said the author is unknown, but I read it and I was like, oh, that guy obviously suffered from dementia or Alzheimer's or something like that, and he passed away. Not from that, but, you know, he suffered from that, and I had family who suffered from that, so it kind of made me, you know, a little bittersweet, and I thought it was really, really, really sweet because, you know, you don't really know these people, and then you find something like this, and you realize that they were dealing with this huge thing, and they could make light of it like this, so I was kind of happy. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. I hope it helps you, and you apply these great tips to your life.